Hey, what's up, guys? So in this video, I want to tell you why I actually miss life before the internet. And if I had a choice, I would obviously choose that time versus right now. So the main difference that I know is that life back then was just so much simpler. You know what I'm saying? We weren't exposed to everything all at once at a very young age, especially. We were basically sheltered in our own worlds as children and could live whatever life our families provided for us, our communities provided for us. There was so much more interaction and face-to-face activity versus now. The kids are exposed to everything. Everything. They don't even have a chance to be children. I have 3 daughters myself. With technology, with the internet, with the phones, with everything, there's no way that I can shelter them from things that I don't want them to see at these young ages. And even if I were to do that, it would be a disservice to them because it would be leaving them basically in the dark where their friends and their peers would be aware of things. So I'm not going to do it anyway. But if I had the choice, I would love for my kids to grow up in a time before all this technology, before the internet, where kids were just very, very simple in their day-to-day. They go to school, they come home, they do their homework, they go out and they play. They come back at dinner time, they have dinner with their family, and the days continue and pass like that. They spent time talking to each other and amongst themselves, amongst their own family members. That doesn't happen anymore, in my opinion. Everybody's stuck on their fucking gadgets. It gets me personally very upset, especially if I'm sitting down at a dinner. If you happen to be one of the very few people who comes to my house as an invited guest and gets to have dinner with me and my family, you better fucking not dare take out a gadget at the dinner table, because it will be an issue, and it will be the last fucking time you ever came around my house and family, because I take such offense to it. Because where I feel there's a time and place for everything, society, American culture specifically now, says that that is not the case with the use of technology and phones. It's appropriate everywhere, during any time, any activity, any circumstance, amongst any group of people. People are okay with others and themselves being on their fucking gadgets, on their stupid fucking devices, nonstop, looking at bullshit. And if you pay attention to the actual content that people are spending their time with, you'll notice that it's all garbage. It's bullshit. It's reality TV, drama, made up garbage. It's not that they're looking and researching and learning about things and advancing themselves intellectually. It's not that. So it's not as if you're spending all this time on this device and you're going to benefit from it. You're going to turn out to be a much smarter person. You're going to be that much more ahead of the rest. That's not the case. Because the kids spend, even the adults, hours and hours and hours of every day on these stupid fucking devices, looking at these stupid fucking screens, and basically listening to garbage, listening to bullshit that means nothing in life, and getting so caught up in that bullshit that they're just forgetting to live. Or not even forgetting, because the youngest of the generations now, they don't even know what life is like without these things, without the technology. So they're not forgetting. They have no idea on how to live without these things, how to interact regularly. And so for that and multiple other reasons, I really think that, given the choice, I know there's good and bad on both sides, but if I had the ability to flip a switch and either maintain things as they are or wipe it all the fuck away and make it all disappear, all the technology of the internet and phones, I would do that. I would do that knowing the negative, the bad part, the things I'm losing out on. I would still say it's such a better life without those things. And another point I'd like to touch on is technology has skewed people's sense of their own reality. Okay? People are now basically anonymous in their interactions. As an example, when I was young, if I were to see someone, if I were to come across any person in life, an adult, for example, or a younger person, doesn't matter. Whatever I said to that person, I would say knowing that there is going to be a likely reaction from them. If I disrespect them, if I curse at them, if I tell them that they're pieces of shit, whatever it is, I understood that something bad was going to happen to me as a result of that. Because this person, by looking at them, I can assess it's not a good idea to disrespect. It's not a good idea to do these things. Regardless of who the person was, it's never a good idea to be disrespectful. Whereas now, because of the anonymity of the internet, and most people are anonymous online, they don't put their pictures up or use their real names. People are just talking shit to each other and bashing each other, ripping each other apart, making fun of each other, destroying other people's sense of character just because they can. Because there's no consequence. There's no fear or concern of consequence at all. I feel like that's fucking us up as a society. That is fucking destroying us and ruining us. And the last point I wanted to touch on, and probably the most damaging of all, is that the technology, the internet in particular, has created a world where the people who are basically the most popular in society are people who are not about anything. Okay? When I was a kid, there always existed fame, the famous people. But you had to do something to be famous. You had to be great at something. Even if it was just fucking bouncing and throwing a ball into a fucking net. You still had to be great at it in order to become famous. You had to be a great actor or actress. You had to be a great athlete. You had to be something. You could even be a model. And you had to be extremely good looking. So you had to be better than the rest in some degree or capacity for you to become rich and famous. Now what I see is that people have no fucking good qualities about them at all. They're nothing. They're garbage. They're fucking trash. And they do dumb shit and they say nothing. And they become famous. And they become rich as a result. What the fuck kind of world are we living in where we're placing value on people due to their popularity online? And their popularity online, for the most part, is never going to be determined based on them being a great person, them being a good role model, them doing wonderful things for other people, them being extremely intelligent and logical. It's never going to be things like that. For the most part, it's how stupid of a fucking idiot can this person act like and make a video of themselves being. And that's basically what it is. What dumb shit can we do today that can make a video viral? How stupid can I act today? And that's what people eat up. And it's so unfortunate because the people who are affected the most by this are the kids. Okay? It's unbelievable that just in the last 30 years how things have changed so much. But I see the result of the whole internet technology generations coming out, and people are fucked up as a result of this. Really fucked up. And one more point I want to touch on before I close this video is that the internet has destroyed dating and relationships as they used to be. Okay? And the main number one thing I see with regard to that negative thing is that women now have such a false sense of themselves. They have a sense of false greatness about themselves, that they are fucking 10s when really they're only 2s and 3s. And that is because of the internet. Because they put themselves online and there's 1,000 suckers out there that are willing to sleep with any girl. Okay, that will kiss ass to any girl out there to get a chance. They're like hungry wolves, but fucking punks. And because of that, women now don't give chances to guys that they used to, or they would have in the past before the internet. Guys had a chance to have a regular relationship with a woman. You could be a nice person. You could be of a good personality. You could be good looking. Those were things that would get you the opportunity to meet people and possibly date people and end up marrying them if that's what you wanted to do. Now, it's so difficult for people to find another person to date and to grow to love, especially for the men, I think, because the women are just fucking sleazy as hell. They sleep around. Another thing that's changed in time is that now it's okay to be a slut and to fucking sleep around with a lot of different people. So why would the women give any chance to anybody who's just good in their own way when they can have all these suckers at their feet, kissing their asses, giving them money, giving them attention and compliments, when in reality, if we wipe all this technology away, these girls that are acting like stuck-up bitches, like they're hot shit, they would get dropped from here all the way down to here. And they'd get a fucking punch in the face of reality and realize that you're not so fucking hot. You're not hot at all. And you're lucky to get any fucking good man to give you any attention. But that's all changed now. It's all out the window now. And what the women are looking for is who's going to give them the most money, or who they could sleep with next and have fun with and whore around with. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible thing that's happened. And I feel sad for those of you out there who are looking to meet someone and can't as a result of this fucking bullshit internet. So to wrap this up, guys, there's a lot of good that comes as a result of this technology. I wouldn't be able to interact with any of you or share my stories with you without it. But overall, weighing good and bad, I think that the bad, far outweighs the good. And I would do away with it all if I had the power to do so. Please share your comments and your thoughts on this, as I'm very interested. And I appreciate you guys listening. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.